Hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's episode, I am doing another episode of my Yay or Nae series. If you're new to my channel, hi there, my name is Hannah. I love makeup and sleeping in. If you'd like to become a part of our family, then hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload new Yay or Nae episodes. So if you don't know what my Yay or Nae series is, it's basically my review series where I tell you if a product is yay, you should buy it, or nay, you should forget about it. These are products that I see in stores or online that really grab my attention, or ones that you guys request. This is a 100% honest review series. If I am paid or sponsored, I tell you guys, but even if I ever am paid or sponsored to talk about a product, I will give you my 100% honest review regardless of that. Also, I just want to tell you guys a big announcement. If you watched last Monday's video, you guys will be knowing that I am moving out of the state from Texas to Virginia. This is the last week of the 2 videos a week. I will be posting a tutorial on this look right here on Friday, so if you're really interested in this look, then wait till Friday. It is a recreation of a look I did last week during a live stream on my Instagram, which if you aren't following me on my Instagram, it will be right here. Also, if you're wondering what my lips are, I am wearing the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Aquarius and the Glossy Lip in Bestie. So I am yaying and naying the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette by Morphe. She did have another palette before with Morphe called her Favorites palette, but that was just her favorite eyeshadows that Morphe had already made. These are brand new, never before seen eyeshadows, new formula, new colors, new textures, new everything. So when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. Again, I would like to thank my husband for getting me for this for my birthday. I love you so much. So anyway, we are going to get into the basics. So this palette retails for $38, which is quite a little bit more than the regular palettes, which retail for $22.95. You can get this at their website, or if you're lucky and you live in Burbank, California, you can go to their store and get it there yourself. So in this palette, you get 35 brand new eyeshadows, new formula, new colors, nothing that Morphe has ever done before. And with that, the reason why they price it a little bit more than the $22.95 that they usually retail for their other palettes is because with the brand new formula and the texture and colors, they had to get brand new machines. And to make the new eyeshadows with the new formulas and textures, they had to price this a little bit more. Later on in this video, I go into detail whether or not I think this palette is worth the price that it is, or if it should be the typical Morphe price. So the packaging is very beautiful. You get a white, very kind of pearly looking box that says the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe and Jaclyn Hill's name in a very nice silver vinyl metallic, and it's very beautiful. And the back is very simple as well. It's the same color. It says Morphe x Jaclyn Hill on it, and it has JH, which is Jaclyn Hill's initials, on the back. And also in the bottom right hand corner, you do get a serial or batch number. The inside is very simple as well. Instead of being white, it's kind of a pearlescent gray color with the 35 shadows. And on the top it says, this palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers, XO Jaclyn, with her signature. Do I like this packaging? I love this packaging. This is definitely packaging that I think Jaclyn would have for a palette, especially with Morphe. The only difference with this packaging compared to their others is that their original packing is kind of like Coastal Scents, like 88 or 120 shimmer type of palettes, and it also just has the Morphe logo, and on the back for the name it has a sticker that says 35 and the palette letter. This one is a little bit different. It is a different color, it is a different style, and it's cardboard instead of the typical black plastic Coastal Scents type of packaging. So nowhere on the palette or on the website can I find the weight of the eyeshadow palette or the weight per product, but since there are 35 shadows, you are paying $1 and then some per eyeshadow from what I've heard. So now that I've talked about the basics, I am going to get into the swatchy. I am going to swatch all the shadows on my arm. I'm not going to do an in-depth swatch. I'm literally just going to swatch each row on my arm and show you the colors on my skin tone because I am a more fair neutral skin tone. So let's get into the swatchy. to go into my favorites in the palette. I love every single color in this palette, but these are the colors that whenever I do a makeup look like I am wearing today, I use every single day. So the first color that I love so much is the color Beam, which I'm actually wearing as my highlight all over my face and in my inner corner. It's a beautiful white champagne gold that I think is gorgeous all over the lid or as a highlighter. The next color that I love so much is Silk Cream. This is kind of a butterscotch creamy color. It's really hard to describe, but I love this as a transition shade. It's perfect on my skin tone. I am wearing it on my eyes today in my crease, and I just think this color is gorgeous. It blends out amazing. Next favorite is Pooter, which is kind of a darker version of Silk Cream, and I am also wearing that on my eyes. It's just a beautiful matte color, and I like to mix Silk Cream and Pooter together sometimes just to create an all-over color because it's warm, but it's not too warm, but it's not too cool. It's just like the perfect neutral light brown. My next favorite color is Obsessed, and I love this because not only does it give you that foiled metallic look, but it's kind of a taupey white gold color, and it's gorgeous all over the lids or in the inner corner. Next is Mocha, which is basically your everyday dark neutral brown. I love applying this into the outer corner, or if I am feeling very smoky, I will apply this all over the lid for a brown smoky eye. And my last favorite that I use literally every single time I do a makeup is Central Perk. This is a very, very dark, cool tone brown. The reason why I love this color so much is that it's so dark, but it's not as dark as a black. So whenever I want to do a smoky eye, and I don't want to use a black to have it be too harsh, I'll use Central Perk and I'll just go in lightly and do layers until I get the right pigmentation that I want. So now I'm going to go into the pros and the cons of this palette. The pros. The packaging is great. I love the packaging. It's something that I would imagine that Jaclyn Hill would create with a palette. I love the eyeshadows themselves. If this wasn't a Jaclyn Hill palette or a Morphe palette and it was just another palette that I found randomly while shopping, I would love this palette just as much. The formula is definitely something different than I have seen with any eyeshadow palette, whether it's high-end, drugstore, or like Morphe. It's very unique, it's very different. They're super blendable, especially the mattes. They are amazing. I love the shimmers. They are, I don't know what they did, but they are amazing. Whether you apply it with a brush or your finger, you get that foiled metallic effect that you would have to do when wetting your brush. With the shimmers, you don't have to do that. You can literally just go in with an eyeshadow brush or your finger and you get the same effect. I like the color combination. I've been using this palette for a few weeks, so I definitely have my opinion on whether or not I think the color combo is awesome. I do. I don't really play around with the colors a lot, so I like how there is this little corner of bright cool tone colors, but then there's like a mixture of warm tone colors, which I think is gorgeous. I really like this. I think this is perfect for traveling because you have your everyday colors, and then down here you have like your more smoky, sexy colors. I like how there is a mixture of warm tone and cool tone colors because Jaclyn is known for wearing more warm tone colors as opposed to cool tone colors. So I like how she put cool tones into her palette, and you can see these are warm colors right here, but there are a mixture of neutral tones in there, and then you have your cool tones. A lot of people were saying that this palette is just nothing but warms with a few cool tone colors, but if you really look at the palette, there is a great mixture of warm, neutral, and cool tone colors, which I like. There are a few cons with this palette, as much as I love this palette, but the only two things that I wish her in this palette are, one, a matte cream or ivory shade. I use that type of eyeshadow to either set my eyes when I apply my eyeshadow primer or whenever I want to highlight under my brow bone. I don't usually use a shimmer to highlight under my brow bone, so I use a matte color that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. That isn't in this palette because the two lightest colors, which are in Light and Beam, those are two shimmer colors. I wish instead of there being two light highlight colors, I wish there was a matte cream color in there. On number two, I wish there was a mirror in this palette. That's my own personal thing. I don't have like a stand-up like fancy mirror. I use my Jaclyn Hill face palette for my mirror, but whenever I'm doing my eyes, I wish there was a mirror in this, so that way I can hold the palette and then go into the colors and then do my eyeshadow look. Other than that, this palette is amazing, and those are the only two cons that I have. So now, what would I change if this was my product? If this was my product, I would have a matte cream or ivory shade to highlight under the brow bone, and that would probably be it. Packaging wise, I like it. If there was a mirror, I would love it like 10,000 more times than I already do, but I like the packaging the way that it is. Okay guys, the moment of truth, the lowdown. Is this a yay or is this a nay? The JaclynHillxMorphe eyeshadow palette is a yay in my opinion. The reason why I think this product is a yay, not only is it an amazing palette, but just the formula and the blendability and the pigmentation of the actual eyeshadows is amazing. Yes, it is priced a little bit more than the typical Morphe eyeshadow palettes, but if you take in consideration that they made a brand new formula of eyeshadows than their original ones, they had to get brand new machines, which means they had to price this eyeshadow palette a little bit more to get their profit back for getting those brand new machines. So I think it is in the right price range, because some other eyeshadow palettes do their products a little bit more than this product is, and they don't even have the blendability, the formula, the pigmentation, or the amount of product as this one does. I think that Jaclyn Hill and the Morphe team did an amazing job with this product, and I would definitely love to see this as a permanent eyeshadow palette in their collection. Also, since this just has an amazing variety of shades, from everyday shades to your going out sexy smoldering shades, I am going to be taking this with me when I move in my travel bag for my eyeshadows, just because I can create an everyday look like this. I can create a smoky eye, I can create a no makeup look. It's just that versatile, and that's why in my opinion it gets a yay. So that's it for my yay or nay on the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe eyeshadow palette. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like these types of videos. Comment down below what my next yay or nay product should be, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more yay or nay episodes. I love you guys so much, and until next time, bye!